Jim McCarty talks about the fact that he really wasn't paying attention to Led Zeppelin after his former Yardbirds member Jimmy Page formed this huge band, which, as we've mentioned many times, and as you know, originally Led Zeppelin was called the New Yardbirds, and then they meshed into Led Zeppelin. I asked Jim McCarty if he noticed all that hoopla, all the popularity, Led Zeppelin becoming the biggest rock band of all time. What was your impression with... watching Zeppelin rise, you knew this guy. and before you answer the question, and I've always thought, I don't know him, I've never interviewed him, but there's this thing about Jimmy Page where he does seem, like you said, sort of there's a on and off stage, there's two different guys almost, and that's good. That happens to a lot of performers. Ask Elton John. But you knew him, and then you see this band rise and become cryptic, and there's all these stories about them. What was your impression?
Well, I think I went somewhere else in that time. For a lot of the 70s, I was just happy to get away from it all, and I just retreated into somewhere else. I went into a different sort of world, and I didn't really follow it,
Yeah.
And some guy came round. He rang me up and he said, "Oh, I'm doing a book about Led Zeppelin. Can I do an interview? I'll come round your house." So he came round the house. I guess it was maybe about 73 or something like that. And he showed me all these photos, and like they'd had the biggest audience of anyone. There was like thousands of people, and I thought, "Oh my God, look at that! I didn't even know. I didn't know they were that huge." It was like, and I suddenly thought, "Oh, what have I done? Well, maybe we could have been like that." So there was a bit of a conflict going on.
I think you did it right, though. If you actually felt that way, and I believe you, of course, but there's that thing of being able to step off, which is hard for people, eh?
Yeah. That. But I discovered a different part of myself, and a different life altogether, and it sort of worked, in a way. It didn't. I was a bit jealous seeing the book, the photos, but in a way, I was never really jealous because I knew what we'd done, and we thought it out, and we made that decision, and we probably financially lost out a lot, but it didn't matter to me, really.
That was also a common story back then. You know what I mean? That's the thing about being young.
Yeah.
People always say, if I was Justin Bieber, I'd be dead now. I say it personally. If I was Justin Bieber, I look at guys like you and I go, hell, man, good on you, because you're still here. And some people say a lot of you guys shouldn't be here. But I understand when they say that. They don't mean disrespect. They go, to survive all that,
Yes, I know. It's something, isn't it?
We'll have more from Jim McCarty, the only remaining member of the classic lineup of the Yardbirds, in the next few days. And look in the description for when we release the entire interview with Jim talking about all the great guitarists, of course, most notably Eric Clapton, Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, and all the stories of the Beatles in the description of this video. I'm John Beaudin. This is Rock History Music.